Hey Confidence family, welcome back. We're kicking off a brand new month and a brand new theme. So this month is all about developing healthy boundaries. This is such an important piece of confidence because when kids know their limits and feel safe to say no, they're really saying yes to themselves, to their values, and to what makes them feel comfortable. Now today's video is called How to Teach Kids the Power of No. And I know that for parents, the word no can sometimes feel like a challenge. We hear it and immediately think our child is being defiant or disrespectful. But here's the truth. Learning how to say no in a healthy way is one of the strongest skills your child can develop for confidence building and also in relationships for their own sense of identity. Think about this. Adults struggle with this all the time. How often do we overcommit, say yes to things we don't even have the time or energy to do, or agree to something we don't actually want to do, but just to avoid conflict, we say yes. Now imagine if we had been given permission as kids to practice saying no respectfully without guilt. Well, that's what we want our kids to learn right now. So how do we actually teach this? Here are 3 big ways to help kids understand the power of no. First, normalize boundaries at home. Talk openly about your own limits. Share with them your stories. For example, you might say, I'm really tired tonight, so I'm going to have to say no to extra screen time and yes to getting some rest. When kids see you model boundaries, they learn it's okay to set your own. Second, give them practice in safe situations. You can do role play together, pretend you're a friend asking them to do something that doesn't feel right, like lending out a favorite toy they really don't want to share or joining in a game that they don't like. Situations like these let them practice saying no, thank you, or I'd rather not. The goal is to make them say this with that feeling natural and not something to be afraid of. And third, celebrate their no. When your child does set a boundary, resist the urge to push back. Instead, acknowledge it. Look at them and say something like, I respect that you said no. That shows me you know yourself. This validation builds their own confidence and reminds them that their voice matters. Now, of course, kids also need to understand when to say no and how to do it kindly and respectfully. That's part of the teaching. So, if they can learn this balance now as children, it sets them up for healthier friendships, stronger self-esteem, and even better decision making down the road. So here's my challenge for you this week. Notice one moment when your child says no, and instead of correcting them or seeing it as a negative, pause and treat it as a sign of strength. Talk about it with them. Encourage them to share and remind them that their voice deserves to be heard. Because when kids learn that their no is just as important as their yes, they grow up knowing that they have control over their choices and their emotions. And that is confidence in action. Thanks for watching. Confidence family, I'm so glad you're here. And this month we'll keep diving into boundaries, how to set them, how to respect them, and how they build the kind of confidence that we want our children to have. So stick around, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with another parent who's raising confident kids right alongside you. So I will see you next week.